What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy with Trading Decoded, and today we are going to kick off the small account challenge. The way this is going to work is that I will trade the account every day, and then at the end of each week, I will make a video like this one showing you my trades, the profit or loss on the day, and then I'll give you a screenshot of the graph or or I'll log into my TD Ameritrade account and show you the graph live so that there's no question. So let's get into it. All right, let's first talk about the history of what is now going to be the baby account challenge. As you can see here, I started this account for one of my 4 kids back in March of 2021. I funded the account with $500, and I attempted to not trade this account, but just invest the money in long-term trades, as well as contributing twice a month with $50 per each of the 4 kids' accounts. As you can see by the account history and the value here, it just did nothing but continue to drop because stocks. And then I let it sit for a while. And then I decided I need to build this account back up. So I started to trade SPY options on it. And I took it from $85 at this point in August all the way up to $758. Well, I then decided to invest it again in some shares, and I tried to make a couple of day trades, this, that, and the other thing, not option related. And as you could see, it didn't work out well at all. January of this year was a horrible month. And I ended up basically bringing the account from its high to its low, which was a high at $785.91, all the way down to $7.73. Well, let's fast forward. I decided, you know what? We're going to use this account at this level to do a baby account challenge, small account challenge, using SPY options only. So I'm going to set the date range from where I actually made my first trade starting this, which was February 25th. The first trade was on the 28th, but the 25th is where the balance was when I made the first trade on the 28th. And we're going to let the end date be today or yesterday. And here you have it. So on February 25th, as you could see, the account balance was $35.59, as shown down here and right here on this graph. The next day, I made my first trade, which was a call option, and I brought it up to $72. Next day was $106. Next day, I lost a couple bucks, as $93, $114, $146, $198, $294, $388, $524, and then yesterday we closed it out at $589. This was achieved solely with SPY, doing out of the money options simply because that's all the account could afford. My average winnings per trade is about 40%. Sometimes I'm taking wins at 20%. I've taken wins at 50%. I've taken wins at 40%. However, this is what's happened since February 25th to March 11th. And on this page, you could see here's some of the trades down here, but nonetheless, this is the date range that I started the account trading. And what I'm trying to do here is backfill you guys in on where this account originally started, how it got to where it was when I started this, and where it is now, so that there's full transparency. The idea here is to continuously grow this account slowly, safely, but steadily. I will trade the account every day, doing maybe 1 to 2 trades per day. And I wanted to give you a history of how the balance got to be where it was. But going forward, starting with the week we just went through, I'm going to make weekly videos on the account that will chart out each of the plays that I made over the course of the week so that you guys can see how I got to where I am. I wanted to give this video to backfill because I'm not going to go back and chart the week prior to this past week. But you guys can see based on the screen and the dates that this is what's happening here. Okay. And then I showed you the screen that has the trades on it and balances and all that fun stuff. At the end of the day, this is going to be a fun challenge. I'm not going to stress about it. And I do want to document it so that the people out there with smaller accounts can have a little bit of hope. This does not come easy if you don't know how to read SPY or how to understand support and resistances and things of that nature. This is not something you should jump right into if you have no understanding of options, how they work, or if you don't have the discipline or the patience to trade options or stocks in general. If you don't have patience and discipline, you will lose in the stock market every time. It's important that you don't do that. Okay, so let's get started. As stated earlier, we're going to start the charting with this past Monday, which was the 7th of March, 2022. The account was relatively small. I didn't have a lot of money, so I did have to play out of the money options. And I was basically making single trades per day up until the later part of the week as the balance of the account grew a little bit. This video is not going to be fundamentals as far as how I came up with my decision to get into the trades, stop losses, where would I cut. I have videos about that, how I trade SPY, and I will go ahead and put the card up in the corner so you can click on that and watch it if you want to know how and what I'm looking at when I'm trading. And if anybody has any questions about why or what I did during these videos, just go ahead and post it in the comments and I will answer you as I do every comment that is posted in these videos. Okay, so on Monday, I made a single trade and I bought one put at $131 and I sold it for $184, netting me $51.98 profit after fees and commissions. Let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday, again, it was one trade. I bought a put at $194 at the top, and I sold that put for $291 shortly thereafter, about an hour after open, and that netted me $95.98 after commissions. We'll move on to Wednesday. Now, Wednesday was a tricky day because it was mostly a sideways chopping day. However, I was fortunate enough to catch the move of the day, which was right here, this dip. And I timed the bottom perfectly, simply because it got to my profit target and we were good to go. But at any rate, I bought a put at $90. I sold that put for $135, which yielded me a $43.98 profit. Let's move on to Thursday. Now, Thursday, I almost hurt myself. I was able to get out of it, but I did break some rules and it almost cost me some money. For some reason, I assumed that we were going to fill the gap, which was up here. Okay, it's a very high probability trade, and if you guys ever watch my videos, you know that we talk about the gap all the time. So the gap was at this line right here. And I bought a call assuming that at some point in the day we were going to run up and fill that. Now, that was my first mistake. You don't ever assume. You play what the chart is showing you. Bought the first call at $136. As we started to trend through the day and come back down a bit, I bought another call at the same strike for $105 because I was averaging down. I was still convinced we were going to move up towards filling that gap at some point. And then I bought another call to average down even farther for $70. The three of these combined averaged to be $104 per contract. At that time, I didn't have much more than that in my account. So if this didn't work, I was going to take a massive hit and set myself right back to square one on this tiny account. Fortunately, my gut feeling of it eventually starting to run up towards filling the gap came to fruition very late in the day, which saved my ass, to be completely honest. I sold sold two of those calls for $145 each, and then I sold the third one for $160. All said and done, I ended up making $135.94 on that trade. And then we go into Friday. Now Friday, hindsight's 2020. You could have bought a put right here and let it ride the entire day, and you would have made a ton of money. We had a nasty $10 drop on SPY today, or Friday rather, and I overtraded the day. Again, overthinking it, assumptions, breaking all my own rules, and I have to be careful, especially on a smaller account. So here's all the trades. I assumed we were going to fill the gap. That's why I bought a put here. We did fill that gap. When we filled the gap, I thought then that we would start to run up. And ultimately we didn't. So I made some money in some of these trades. I did some averaging down. But at the end of the day, fortunately, I was able to walk away with a $64.88 profit to close out the week. This brought my account to where it's currently at, which is $589 and some odd cents. And, we live to trade another day. So we will pick this up again on Monday. And we will play the charts as we see them. We won't assume, we won't let the news take over and give us a bias on the day, because that will end up costing you money. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found any kind of helpful information in it, or if it just gives you hope in believing and understanding that this is very doable with both a small account and large accounts alike. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments section below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click that bell notification so that you can follow along this journey with us. And yeah, I'm going to leave links to our Discord in the description, along with our Patreon, so you can support the community if you'd like. I'm also going to leave a referral link for TradingView, which would give both of us $30 if you sign up. Now, I personally use TradingView because I believe it's hands down the best charting software out there. It also helps tremendously when trying to make videos and things like that because of all the markup tools and everything that they give you. So I use that for charting, and I use Thinkorswim for trading. Outside of that, we're good to go. We'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!